Hi, this is Drew Tignanelli. This is our May update. Sorry, it's just a little bit later than we like, right, Mikey? We're actually
Yep.
recording it on May 1.
It is May 1st, and hopefully people can forgive us. I don't know if any of you out there will believe this, but April's a fairly busy month, and occasionally we keep a list of things we need to do as soon as we're done taxes, and man, have we been doing them.
We
So
did get
May
through
is
the tunnel.
May
We
is a
got,
special month, Drew. It's not quite as special as July, but it's
yeah, that's right.
maybe
Your
almost as
birthday's
special.
coming
My
up,
birthday this month.
May 6th,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Don't give too much information away. We don't need hackers.
That's true. You know, it's always good to honor Mikey on his birthday.
I
So,
appreciate that.
anyway, we have an article coming up and a video coming up. What are they all about?
Yes, we do. Mr. Roger Bair with our office has wrote a great article, Five Planning Mistakes I See in My Initial Meetings. This is another great one if you're, people who maybe don't know what financial planning is that you might want to introduce our firm to. It's a great article to send to them. And then Graham Ewing has done another great video, The Best Timing for Roth Conversions. It's one of the kind of technical topics, but it's a great topic to discuss. And as always, if you have questions, you can always reach out to your advisor. But if you want to be able to send a link to help other people answer questions and get to know our firm, questions at moneyrichesandwealth.com. That's questions at moneyrichesandwealth.com. We do use those questions to help guide people on our radio show, WCBM 680, Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. But we'll also send email responses, and everything is anonymous.
Yeah, let's make it clear. And I do this on the radio too, Mike, is somebody sends us a question at questions at moneyrichesandwealth.com. We don't harvest that email. We don't solicit that email. We just, answer the question. That's all we do. You know, we're not
Yep.
looking to take those emails and pound them with a bunch of things to try to get them to do something. We just answer their question. That's all that we do. So if you want to do that or send it to a friend and say, hey, write to Drew and the financial consulate,
Yep.
questions at moneyrichesandwealth.com.
So we've got two more exciting things to talk about. So as many of our listeners or watchers of this video know, Drew wrote a book a few years ago, but we're not letting that book get stale. We continue to update it so that the numbers that are used in the book are relevant and still up to date. So Drew's gone ahead and done the work and updated that book, and it's still on Amazon. But additionally, if you know somebody who might benefit from the book. It's not stale. It's still very present. And if you let us know, we'll be happy to send one out.
The Financial Physical by Andrew Tignanelli. You can get
I
it on Amazon, but if you're a client of ours or you want to give it to somebody and you're a client of ours, just ask us. We'll send you a copy of the book.
absolutely. And then very exciting. Um, the financial consulate has been around for quite a long time now. We're very proud to say, and one of the things that I think Drew must be most proud about his creation is that, and many of our longtime clients can recognize this, Financial Consulate has been a place that a lot of people have called home to work and stay with us. And one of those employees, Chuck Bender, one of the lead financial advisors in the firm, who also serves as our firm's CFO, Chief Financial Officer, just today is celebrating 20 years of service and 20 years of working for Mr. Tignanelli. So we applaud him and thank him, and we're grateful that we've had him as our on our team and
He's
still have him
obviously
on our team.
he's obviously a saint, right?
Obviously a saint.
You're at 18 years, Mikey.
I'm at 18 years. I just came a little bit
Almost.
after Roger. Rogers is at 19 years, and we're coming in on 19 years.
Yeah.
So no, we're very lucky, and we're also very proud to have such longevity in our employees and such good retention of our employees. But there's a lot of stuff going on in the markets, Drew.
Yeah, markets did extremely well in April. I think it's the best rebound in the market since 2020, they say.
Yeah,
So,
and fantastic earnings reports was a big driver of that.
yeah, there are lots of things that are moving the markets positively. And, people get disturbed when they have events like the Iran war, but those types of events aren't the main drivers of markets. The main driver of markets are earnings and money supply, in my opinion, and
Yeah.
interest rates. Those are the
So
three big drivers.
So some of the points to make on that is that energy and technology continue to really perform. Kind of relating that to another topic is consumer price index did climb a little bit through March, but it's kind of remaining in the ballpark of where economists have the target set. It's climbed to 3.3%. I think it was at 2.9. Um, but it is worth noting, as Drew said, it's not an end all be all, but the market is still weighing the effects of the Iran war, and continued hostilities and conditions will play a part in it. Obviously, with energy markets, we can see that. Um, and one of the impacts that's expected to change is, people listening to this have heard, or watching this have heard us talk about Fed policy and interest rates and the chairman in the past. Well, one of the interesting changes is market was pricing in two rate cuts for 2026, the year we're in, and now it's looking like those rate cuts are not being priced in as we look at future interest rates, and that even the possibility that there's no rate cuts towards for next year. But again, all of these things are predictions looking forward. They're subject to change. Um,
And they're wrong just as often as they're right.
well, yeah, but it's what we've got, and it's what the markets have to work with. So
Well, that's true.
the
But the fact that you had to say that the markets were pricing in and now they're pricing in something different just goes to show
but it
that
is affecting what interest rates people are impacted by. So I'll also note, because it is notable, that Jerome Powell will step aside as the Fed chairman on May 15th, 15 days from today while we're shooting this. And the president has appointed Kevin Walsh, which has gotten Senate approving as of this recording, but we'll wait to see.
I didn't change this early, but is it Walsh or is it Warsh?
Well, I wrote Walsh,
I'm
but
wondering, I think it's Warsh.
let us know in the
I'm
comments.
not positive. So it's either one. It's Kevin. We do
Kevin,
know that much.
Kevin's been appointed. So
It doesn't matter
anyway,
whether his name's Walsh or Warsh. It is what it is.
we'll all know soon.
That's true.
Um, so it's the month of May. Every month we try to bring a financial planning topic that at least is somewhat timely, whether it's what's going on or just the time of year. And month is a wonderful month. Financial Consulate, we just wrapped up. We had, I believe, 6 interns this year, and it is graduation season. A very exciting time for people who are graduating. And there's kind of two things to highlight here. One is that as you have recent college graduates in your families, and you're thinking of ways, what can we do to get them started in the right direction? One of the things we see families do very successfully is educating about the Roth IRA. I won't go deeply into it because Drew's gone into it so many times about, the money goes in after tax, it grows tax-free forever. It's a really powerful thing when you consider that compounding effect with no future taxes. So, for 2026, the Roth contribution, especially for a recent grad, is going to be about $7,500. If people are 50 and older and they're wondering what it is, it's $8,600. But one of the things we see families do is, as these grads get their first, big girl and big boy jobs, and they join the workforce, and they're getting an apartment. We know housing is expensive. Sometimes families will say, "Hey, I want to make a gift, but I don't want to just give it to you to spend. I want to start your Roth IRA. So as you have a little bit of income, I want to put a little bit of money in for you for your Roth IRA." And that's a fantastic way to start them, to encourage them to add to it. And just one of the things we love to do. The
Yeah.
other, May graduation topic is last month. I think I shared whatever day it was that year, the correspondent. Well, May 29th is 529 day. College savings accounts, wonderful tools if you maybe don't have a recent graduate, but you might have one down the road in the future. In Maryland, it's $2,500 deduction per beneficiary, and a change
Per
in
taxpayer.
and that's why don't you explain that part? That's where I was going to go.
So husband and wife, it's $5,000.
Yeah.
So
And they
you
only
have
need one account, right? Which is different
And
than
you
the
only
wife you
need
gave
one
many years
account,
ago.
yeah, you only need one account and lots of states give that tax deduction, Mike, not just Maryland. Pennsylvania does that also. Many states have a state tax deduction for contributing to a 529. And in most states, Mike, you can put the money into the account and a month later take it out. And so if you're paying tuition, you never saved in the 529, why wouldn't you just plop it in the 529 plan and take it back out again and get your state tax deduction? It's a brilliant strategy.
Absolutely. And if you want more information on that for your state that you're living in, absolutely go reach out to your advisor and ask them about that. So
And coming up also is the Trump account, which lines up with all this, but we'll talk
we
about that in
well, and if
July.
you want to know more about that, the very last video, last month's video, April, we went
Well,
into
and in
depth on that.
July, when it really becomes available, then we'll really talk about it. So,
Absolutely. So one last topic to kind of cover quickly is another aspect of May is when new home purchases start to go up. And we just want to remind you that the Financial Consulate, we strive to help our clients in every way, in every place that money touches their lives. So buying a new home, changing homes, or refinancing a home is definitely one of those areas we want to add value to your life. So if you're going to considering one of those types of transactions, reach out to your advisor. We've developed a number of resources that we can use to try to help clients make that decision, but also to help them shop for rates because we're working with a large number of clients, constantly looking at the best sources of interest rates, and we love to take that information and benefit other clients. So that's
well,
all
but you also have, Mike, that people have to understand that in the world, everybody's got an economic bias, right?
yes.
And our job as professional financial advisors is to help our clients minimize the impact of those economic biases. And mortgage brokers are no different. They have fees they throw in, they have interest rates that could be higher. You need to know where you can get your lowest rate, not only that, but also make sure your fees. You could have somebody tell you your rate's real low and think you're getting this great deal, but then they've got fees built in that's making it actually a
I
bad
recently
deal.
helped a client with a quote and it was okay, wasn't great. And then all of a sudden they added all these things to the closing costs. And I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah,
that's a
really.
terrible deal. Doesn't matter if the rate is, a 1/4% this way or that way when you're, going to add all of that in as the closing costs.
Yeah. And the
It's
average client,
complicated and you should get help.
you should. Anyway, and it doesn't matter whether it's mortgage brokering, your estate plan, tax preparation. We're here to help you. That's what you pay us for. So take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we are finished, Mike, aren't we?
We are.
So stare at the camera and say goodbye. This is Drew
Goodbye, everybody.
Tignelli saying God bless.